Hello, how are you guys doing? It's Halloween. This is the second stream for today. But I didn't really I kind of just fucked around earlier. But anyway, we're doing this now. We're doing tarot art. I figure I got to do this cuz it's Halloween and this is kind of spooky. I'm going to load up the art we were doing last time. We're just going to finish that off cuz I don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing it. It's my favorite holiday today. So I'm just going to fix up what we had. We're gonna listen to the first Ghost album, and then we're gonna switch over to Spooky Games, and I'll actually have that streaming on YouTube as well as Twitch rather than just Twitch, because with this, I'd get copyright strikes because we're gonna listen to, like I said, the first Ghost album. So, anyway, I'm gonna fade out the music all smooth like I actually know what I'm doing. Maybe try and get a job doing radio. Anyway, and the spooky stream I think you guys will like, because not only are we doing SCP, we're doing a bunch of other ones. But anyway, let me give you a screen region. Art stream. There you are. Hello. And then music. Properties. Just does a great job. Great. Oh, I didn't even show you guys my fucking costume yet. I ought to do that before we get going. Let me select my region first, and then I'll show you what I did. At first, it was gonna look good, and I was really proud of what I did, all the work I put into it, and all that. And then I fucked it up really bad, and Tilda won't stop laughing at me. Is this out of the way? Is that working? Boop boop. There we go. Alright, that should work. Anyway, plays the Bees McBees album. I guess I could, actually. I could play that without getting in trouble. That'd be spooky. Although, the second track just annoys the shit out of me, honestly. It's a funny concept, but it's an awful song. Concept, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, is that it's based on the Fibonacci sequence. So it's, each note is whatever unit away in the Fibonacci sequence away from the last note in an 8-note scale, and then what's the rest of it? Fuck. The durations of the notes. So whole notes, half note, or whole note, half note. I think it's like 3 notes. It ends on like 13th notes. And it's fucking shit. Just play the goddamn album. Well, let's play Opus first, and then we'll do that. But let me show you my costume before that. Where is Oop, that's not right. Those actually work now, by the way, if you've noticed. Let me add a camera. Also, my glasses are all weird because of this. Video capture device. Some shit's not working because we had like a power outage, just really short. Oh, hello. Okay. Let me stand up. So, originally it was supposed to be this shirt, and I'm supposed to make it look all nice and stuff, but it's completely off center. But anyway, it says, and I don't know if you guys can still hear me. Born to stream, world is a frozen. Kill 'em all, 1988, which is the year I was born. I am the Flashman. And then a bunch of numbers, surgeries. It's good. But it's completely fucking off center. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Here, hold on. Let me bring that back up. Yeah. This is me standing straight on with the camera. It's great. It's like over my right nipple and not over the, like, center. It's good, man. It's really fucking good. So, shirt for sale when? I did set it up before, just in case if people asked. Let me double check and make sure that that works. bit.ly/ capital R. So it's Rev Shirt with capital R and a capital S. I'll link it in chat in just a second. Yep, they're up. Okay. You can choose any color. pretty much. Although there are some colors that obviously won't work. Don't put it on a black background. But there you go. Now you can have it if you like making bad decisions like I do. Anyway, this first album is Ghost's first album. It was before they really got into some of the stuff that they were doing. But I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's just go ahead and start. It starts out pretty calm. I kind of want to do something like this for the next Bees McBees album. For whatever reason, I've decided I'm actually planning for another one. Partly because everyone kind of likes the new one, which they shouldn't because it's fucking awful. But I think everyone's kind of agreed that it's kind of okay for what it is. Several people have bought it. I would recommend not. Please play Bees McBees next. We might actually do that, or at least the first song off of it, so that way the people on After Hours can actually hear music for once. You're gonna be like, the fuck? The first song I like, and every other song other than the second song, really. If I set it to free, would it still... The reason I set it to that price was for a joke, not, because I figure Bees McBees is actually serious when selling those things. And I didn't figure anyone would actually buy them, let alone the Dishwasher album, which they also bought. I haven't made much. Just... yeah, that's totally fine. Mafa, if people want to link their costumes or whatever. I don't know if I like him wearing jeans or not. I still haven't figured that out. I should probably just have a green layer. This song, I think, is one of the most underrated songs of Ghosts. They're a good band, man. Mike got into him after I told him about it. So you should actually be able to see his knee over here as well. So, I don't think he should be wearing cargo pants. The bass line on this song is really cool. Really good. And I forget that the people on After Hours don't get to hear it. So they just hear me ranting about how good it is. Do you think Mike would like Major Minor? I don't know why anyone would. It's an awful game. Now that I know that even furries don't like it, I can bash it a little bit more. Because, people, they, like I said, it makes some people happy maybe. Apparently, no. Most people hate it. Give him short... Can the spike... Yes, it should have spikes on the wheels, because that's dumb and it would feel awful, but he's a skeleton. He doesn't feel. He doesn't care. It's like excessively more metal. So, yes, that will probably happen now that you've said it. Okay, so we've got that going at least. Some of the songs on this album are like kind of shaky. Like his singing isn't as good. Well, welcome to kind of a weird stream. Even Acadabra. Give him a spiky biker helmet. Let me kind of just like do a mock-up of what that would look like and see if I like that. Yeah, if I didn't do that shit, it actually might look good. We'll listen to Bees McBees after this one. Or after this album. We'll listen to the first song off of it. Because the second song is fucking awful. And it was partially because I just wanted to do something really pretentious. Because I feel like that's what Bees McBees would do. But, with one spike, like a German World War One helmet, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what it looks like when he doesn't wear pants. I think that needs to happen. We need to get rid of the pants. I haven't been drawing this week. The only art I've made this week is the shirt just today. And it's awful. I'm not going to lie. Put spikes on the gas tank. Maybe. Oh, shit. That's with green. So I love that song. Conclave Dio. I think this is everyone's favorite off of this album. I also like Elizabeth, which is pronounced weird for whatever reason. But this is a really good song. Ritual. I think this is like the first guy that we've drawn that we can see his legs, and that's the main problem. And his legs kind of need to be there. We can't bullshit it and not have him have legs. This is their most like Blue Oyster Cult album. We're just doing a little bit art, yeah. I mean, I guess his pelvis needs to be here. I don't know. This is really weird with him being naked. Yeah, I saw Ghost live about this time last year. I think it was. Maybe it was the year before. I forget. It was when they were doing their Unholy Unplugged tour. I was really disappointed when I first moved into this apartment complex because, like, for my first Halloween here, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna be the cool house. It's just so corny, this section of the song. I really don't know how to make skeleton feet look right riding a motorcycle. Yeah, I might chunk out his legs a bit by adding... That's going to make it look like pants, isn't it? Maybe just have it so it's really loose. Put a boot on him. I think we're going to have to. And it looks weird without, like, some sort of, like, pants-like structure. So we'll just have it so that way he has, like, no pants on his, like, kneecap. Torn pants. Yeah, that kind of thing. We need to clear up some of these shaky lines. And I think the boots need to come back. In fact, why don't we just... Nah, that's fine. I mean, we don't have to be ultra precise because this style originally was done by people who don't know how to do art. You know, this is very much the style that, like, black metal albums have, where it's just, like, this really gritty, grimy two-tone, probably because they're printing it out like a local print shop with a photocopier or whatever. And they're, like, hand-making these CDs, so they had to make them black and white. And they didn't understand cross-hatching and shit like that, so, you know... It didn't notify you of stream. It's not going on, what's my favorite Candlemass? Nightfall, I think, is the name of it. If you were waiting for a notification from YouTube, it didn't come. So it doesn't have to be like ultra clean and nice and shit. Do I listen to Sabaton? No, but it's actually next on the list, but we're going to skip it this time to listen to the first track of Bees McBees. I think I'm going to make his jacket just come down a bit more. So that way there's like less distinction around this area. Is there a music? No, this is all off of the album that's in the bottom left. So this would be Elizabeth, which is the third track. If my counting is on point today. Dragon Force is technically power metal. They're not very good. If you want something similar, go with like what was it? Dream Evil. They're probably my favorite power metal band. Could we start shit posting the Nut Shack right now? Let's not. We're gonna have to. If we add spikes, we actually might fix this problem. Let me add onto our green layer. Is that gonna look right or is that gonna look dumb? Let's quickly mock it up so we don't spend a whole lot of time drawing it. This is why sketch layers are the best, man. Save you a fucking hour's worth of work. This is why doing sketches in advance is a good idea. Save you even more time. Why is it part of it on the right cut off? Probably because I did something wrong. Oh, because... Do you mean over here? Sorry. It's just because that's where the card ends. It's got to be, Yeah, I don't know if I really like the spikes, dude. Yeah. We're gonna have to find another solution to our, My mouse has been having troubles. You haven't listened to this song since elementary school. How old are you? 13? This song came out like, what, 2 years ago? Shorter spikes? I don't know, man. It could have smaller spikes. Okay, that would explain things. Yeah, this is a good album, and it's getting people into like good music too. You know, like this is probably the best thing to happen to metal in years was this band coming out, because prior to this it was stuff like Avenged Sevenfold, and this is like more Black Sabbath. It's not really breaking the mold, but considering every other piece of competition that's out there, this song's a bit hokey, especially the beginning. Also, the whatever the material that I got to like do the shirt press thing, it's probably like the cheapest fucking thing possible, and it's kind of awful. It's like a little bit. See, I like the song once it hits the chorus. We just gotta make sure that it doesn't have any empty spots. We'll just do that. Makes it a little easier. We're just tracing around the outside. Well, the thing is that we are stuck to whatever colors we've decided to go with. These black and white aesthetic. I'm not at all a fan of Avenged Sevenfold. If you are, that's totally fine, but I don't think they're very good, to be honest. They're very formulaic. They do all the song and dance of metal without having any of the spirit of it. These guys have the spirit of it without actually really getting the tone right all the time. Wow, that's really cool, real Jerry. I fucking love King Diamond. Yeah, we're working on the Chariot right now. I'm sorry. Whoops. Where's the opening? Oh, there it is. Now let's reverse this. That way this is really dark and this is really light so we can see all the cracks in it. Come to the Sabbath, yes. Yeah, I don't know if I would share that with kids because like some of the stuff like Nuns Have No Fun is not exactly kid appropriate, but you know. Props to your dad for getting you into good music. Props to you for getting back into it after a while. I saw like I think Year Zero or Infestimum. I think that's the name of it. Infestimum, the second album. The most out of all the Ghost albums, but we're playing them in order as far as this or this song soundtrack whatever goes. Yeah, I went to a King Diamond concert for I forget what it was. I think it was ACL, but that was only possible because Tilda is awesome. And I really, when I first got into these guys, I was like, I'm not gonna get into these guys. They're not that good. And then I just found myself listening to them constantly. I'm like, oh no, I love them. They're great. And that's how it kind of came on for me. It was a very slow thing. But yeah, King Diamond's still doing good even after the is Tilda? Yes. That's her. Excuse me. Ugh. Yeah, the have I ever heard of Death Consciousness? No. It doesn't even ring a bell, man. Well, I mean, in comparison to like there's like a spot on this well, I play the SCP 2009 meme mod again. No, I think we had enough of that. All right, I need to have like little bits of white. This is the first Ghost song you ever heard. Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't think they were going to be any good. You know, like I had a friend who got ultra into them, and I was like, come on, they can't be that great. You know, it's 2000 whatever. You know, there aren't any good metal bands left anymore. And then I listened to it, and I'm like, holy shit. Like this is vaguely King Diamondish, even though they're not real Satanists. You know, I'll still take it. Because King Diamond, he actually knows his shit. These guys, they're. It's sort of like Kiss or like early Venom, where like not actually Satanists, but you know what? You forgive it because it's like whatever. Like seriously, are you gonna get into Are you gonna get into the weird nitty gritty of this? This song definitely grows. It starts at kind of a weak spot and it gets better. Square Hammer is a really good song. I don't really like the rest of that album, but Ghost, they have the theatrics down. If you haven't, Tiger, I would highly recommend King Diamond. If that's the case, because they have a very similar, or he has a very similar aesthetic. Like he has like a troupe of like actors that do the whole theater production of songs and stuff. So like when he's doing Shapes in Black, there are people in like completely black outfits dancing around in the background, and he's got a lantern. He's wandering around on the stage. This is another song that starts really slow and kind of sluggish. And I don't think they really had this problem past this point. This is probably their most Candlemass sounding song. No worries. King Diamond and Merciful Fate was his band before he went solo. This entire album's a bit hokey, but I don't know if I can make this look right. We're getting close, but we're getting close. I don't know how to make the wheel right. I think this white line around the edge did help it. Hey, Harry Sasquatch, thank you for resubscribing. 4 millennia of support. It's very kind of you. And thank you. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. I fucking love that riff, though, which I'm ruining by making dumb sounds over it. Why are you drawing at an angle? Because it makes things more dynamic if you make things at an angle. And I actually might, let me merge those 2 layers down, and then I'll add another layer. I think I got an idea of how I can make this work. Or we can make a lot of shit look a lot better. If I can do it right, it'll be fine. Oh, shit. Who do you think would be the easiest to draw? Voltorb, Diglett, or Kirby? Probably Voltorb, because all you got to do is get the eyes right. The other ones, there's a lot more detail. I think I cut the lines a little too much. Oops. No, that first line's wrong. I try not get too dependent on Control Z. Just draw the line right the first time. If I'm just going to erase something, then it's faster to Control Z, but, just sort of accept mistakes. That's one thing that I think digital artists do have a disadvantage on. They get to be a little bit too perfectionistic, and it's pretty bad. Just for you as an artist to be that perfectionistic. Oh, and we need to erase all of this. Actually, we need to just put this under there, and there we go. That's better. I think this is making it look better. It makes it a little bit more dynamic. Would you commission me porn? Currently, I don't have a way of doing that without getting banned on PayPal, so no. This is a really good song. What do you guys think of that? Is that a bit much? And we could have this entire area lit up. Patreon? Is that better? Zoom out a bit. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm not going to draw anything I'm uncomfortable with, but, I don't have a problem with drawing boobs or dicks or whatever. People get too bent out of shape about that stuff. It's like kind of whatever. It's 2016, dude. Now, if you're asking me to draw stuff that's like, me fisting myself, I'm not going to draw that. I have my limits, man. It's good listening to this album after so many years. I mean, it hasn't been that long, really. But just, I don't listen to this one as much as the other two. Would I ever be comfortable drawing myself? In any sort of pornographic sense? No. Not really. Just because, I don't know. I used to care about people drawing porn of me and think it was weird and it kind of freaked me out, but now I just realized that like people are just going to do whatever the fuck they're going to do and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. So I might as well just be like, it's a very good drawing. So if you're going to do it at this point, and you're going to do it regardless of what I say, at least, you know, I mean, we're talking about drawing art. Give me a huge dick, okay? I'd pay you 300 in euros. $3. You're going to pay me $3. Fuck off. I'm not even going to consider doing art for $3. If you're asking me to do pornographic stuff, fucking hell. Got a commission page if you want to buy art from me, but you got to pay that at least. Tipping is generally appreciated for any sort of specialty degree as well, which art is. I'm a huge hairy dude too. I don't know. But people still draw it, dude. I like this song. It's a weird one for this album, though. Because it's very electronic. Like, this could easily be like a Justice. Well, not Justice, maybe, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like... It's weird. Do you know what I mean? It rocks, though. I love it. Yeah, I think for a sketch, I have my minimum as like $5 or $6. It's really solid. Let's fix some of these sketchy lines, and then I think we're done with this one. And then we can move on to, well, people wanted to hear some of the Bees McBees album. And I can actually play that on After Hours, so those of you on After Hours, you'll get to hear songs for once. And not have to use the link that's on... I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That was what I was starting to say earlier. Yeah, moved into this apartment complex, and I was like, I'm going to have the best candy, because I'm not going to be one of those fucking apartments that has the shit candy, you know? So I went and got, like, the good shit, like Milky Ways and Twix, and, like, the high-budget shit, not the, like, the unnamed weird caramel shit, you know? And I didn't realize that people don't go trick-or-treating at apartment complexes. So I had a bunch of candy that was good shit. Was there link spam? We might be able to clean some of this up by yeah, the acoustic part's really solid. It's just a good album. Isn't that cool, man? How's the new loyalty system work? Oh, there's a little bit more. The new loyalty system works based on number of months subscribed. So 1, 3, 6. Oh, right. This is kind of awful, actually. I don't think this is on the actual album. I think this is on. It's like the only song that they've done that I really just dislike, but we'll listen to it. The weird Beatles cover. Was this on this one? Because I own this album, legit. I went and bought it, but it's on the Japanese version. Okay. I don't have the Japanese version. I thought this was on if you have ghosts or whatever. Would Rev get his stream muted if he played Red Vox? Probably not. It depends on if they've got it set up with some copyright service like CD Baby or whatever. My dad's CD is. So I couldn't play my dad's music without having to mute it. But it's not really the music for this. I should probably try and get in contact with like local metal bands and see if they want me to do that for them. Your dad is a musician. He is. He does singer-songwriters kind of stuff. Covers Beatles and Sinatra and that kind of stuff. Chill jams. I don't know if Bees McBees would be uptight about that. I think he would probably abuse copyright to make it so that way his stuff was still obscure. I think that's what Bees McBees would do. He wouldn't do it because he wanted money. He would do it because he wants his stuff to be obscure and he doesn't want people like showing it off that way. Okay, now we're moving on to the next album. Let me pause this real quick. Stop. Try to get a contract with Goat and your mom. I will check. You should play some Bees McBees. Let's set that up right now. Give me half a sec. Have to use the Unicode to find it. See, that's part of what Witch House is about, is using Unicode to get the names. Oh, that's my channel. There we go. There it is. All right. So for those of you on After Hours, I'm going to edit around this so you guys can actually hear this. Let's see. Where is... We're just going to do the first song, because as soon as the second song comes in, it's fucking awful. And I regret making it. But, we've got to reset it up. The second song's the only one with lyrics. And like I said, it's based on the Fibonacci sequence. So it's when you use the autocomplete thing. So I just started using autocomplete on my phone and typed out a sentence going in rounds. Play the entire album. Jesus Christ, no. Window capture, properties, sigh. Okay. Split to screen. There we go. Alright. I don't have to count in for you guys. Also, I'm really fucking proud of this art. Can I just say that? This album logo is fucking cool as hell. How do you base a song based on the Fibonacci sequence? The notes are equidistant based on the Fibonacci sequence, and the what is the rest of it? The length of notes is based on it, so it's whole notes if it's 1, and then what's the other one? I forget. Oh, and the lyrics are based on, like I said, going around in a circle like that, and then it's said equal number of times based on the Fibonacci sequence. So you could actually, like, figure it out. I think it's on the C4 is the octave that it plays off of. So if you're any decent at music, you could probably figure out what it sounds like without ever listening to it. If there was a Vinesauce documentary, what would you name it? Jesus Christ, why would anyone want that? Maybe that. Yeah, Fibonacci is 11235. I think it goes 13. This is Drone rather than Witch House. The specific artist I was trying to emulate, I think is called Mordhouse, something like that. But I don't think he's around anymore. I can't find his stuff anywhere, which I guess is very Witch House of him. And my favorite song of his was Black Star, which again is the Unicode symbol Black Star. You'd want to watch it? I think most of it you could probably just ask any streamer and they'd just tell you the information you're asking about. Like how long they've been a streamer and all that. A few people have tried to make Wikipedia pages and that kind of garbage, but it you know, it has a hard time getting off the road because, you know, we're dynamic people who change over time. Yeah, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and it just keeps going. But after the 13, I couldn't cut the notes any skinnier. So that's where the repetition stops. There's actually a Tool song, which I forgot about until I got done. Which is funny, because Mordhouse, or whatever his name was, did a couple of Tool songs in that way. Big Brother scenario, which streamer do you think would last the longest? Depends on if I'm allowed to fuck with them. But probably Vinny. But this is my understanding of Witch House is here. Is it good? Not really. But I kind of like it. Also, I need these lines to be a lot cleaner and not fade out. Like, they need to just be white or just be black. We can't have in-betweens here. It's like a woodcut. Do you ever regret being a streamer? No. It's so many good things have happened because of it. I've made a lot of friends. There's some stuff that sucks about it. Like, I've lost a lot of friends because they don't want to hang out with me anymore because I won't, you know, stream with them just because they want to, you know, use my fame or whatever. But there's a lot of good stuff too, you know, a lot of good stuff. So I don't know. In the end, I think it was worth it in every single way. and it's a test of friendship. If they just want to be friends with you because how it like advantages them, then they're not very good friends. Yeah, exactly. So, you know. That's why when I was asking about Kryken and people said that the only thing that he's known for being bad about is that he stopped talking to his friends once he got famous, and they said he was too big for his britches or whatever. I'm like, no, they were just being dicks. I've experienced that firsthand. They were being dicks. I can pretty much tell just from that description that that's what was going on. Now, it's possible that that's not what happened, but after having gone through it, no. Because people are like, oh, well, you're famous now, so... Whereas I used to not want to hang out with you ever and never want to have anything to do with you and always asked for shit from you and never helped you with your shit. Now I'm like your best fucking friend. You remember that one time that I helped you? I don't know. I'll think of some excuse. So, sort of like that. Just need to... I think these fingers are more or less okay. They're a little bit wonky. Why do you gotta be like that? Add text here. Like, seriously. I'm not gonna draw porn of friends. I will draw porn of fictional characters. But what the fuck even, dude? It's just a Jeep, bro. It's not a real request. It's just a joke. I see. So... I've got something going wrong there. Anyway, this is where the next song starts, and it's about this for about 30 seconds. And this is where it hits the 13 on the Fibonacci sequence, and then it ends. Anyway, I think we should go ahead and wrap up and then switch to the main event. People want to see SCP. It's Halloween. Why wouldn't they? Isn't this doom metal? No, doom metal actually has like a really solid melody and is actually good. Unlike that, which is shit. It's a good album to listen to for Halloween, which is why I wanted it to be released before Halloween. But I think almost done with this guy. I might clean him up some more because there's like this weird artifacting that's going on now because I messed with the contrast thing to try and get rid of all the white and have just ended up adding more, really. So it's fucking great. And the handlebar needs to be up higher, like it needs to be crossing through here as well. I need to just kind of scratch it in where I can. But we got some spooky games coming up. If you're not a fan of jump scares, I'm going to give you a quick warning that the next stream is going to have a lot, because sort of it's a thing that I had done before, but I'm going to take inspiration from ICU, the game that Kryken was promoting when we streamed together. And enable donations, so that way if you donate bits, it will appear. Like I will get it plays a sound and it makes it appear on screen that you donated. So I'll explain it more in a second, but I'm not the screaming type, but I think it'll be a good time. What program is this? This is Psy. And I'm using a Intuos 5 to art with. And then we just think we've fixed it. It was a little bit weird because he had his hands a little bit high, but it's kind of weird with skeleton hands because they don't have the meat on them. So I don't know. It's okay. I need to fix this up a bit. Have I ever listened to Scottish pirate metal? Yes, it's good. I'm supposed to go and see Ailstorm sometime soon too, but I forgot to get tickets, so that may not be a thing. Please do a face cam. I don't think we need a face cam, honestly, but I am gonna have to go to the bathroom before we do that and get some more coffee. So why don't I finish up here? I keep saying that I'm finishing up. But I think that's good. I can clean up some of the lines and stuff, but that's a lot better. Everyone's got their favorite art program. This is mine, just because I like how it arts. But that's good. I might add some more sheens there. We'll figure it out. Have I listened to the Avenged Sevenfold's new album? No. No plans to either. It's a little bit, Raymond Pettibon over here. This shit? I like Side just because it does what I want it to. I'm getting blown the fuck up on my phone. Let's see who this is. It's my brother and my dad talking about football. All right, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll be right back. We've saved up so I can quit out all these things. So I'm going to run a quick ad, then I'm going to set it up so that way Twitch or all the things know, and then we'll be streaming on YouTube as well. I'll be back in, give me like a minute and a half. Cool? All right, see you then. Give me a sec. Oh, I've been live with audio this entire time, so you could hear me pee. Wonderful. Great. Nothing weird about that. Anyway, I'm back, and I'm gonna switch over. So let me do that real quick. For the spooky games, we're gonna doing what's a good way of describing this? Chat-enabled jump scares. Chat-enabled loud noises, maybe. There we go. Is your mic really close to the bathroom? Kinda is. It's a very small apartment, so everything is close to where I stream. And we're just gonna set it to playing SCP because that's fine. That's one of the games we're gonna be streaming. Alright, cool. I'll be right back. Give me half a second. Can chat troll? Yes, and I'll explain how in just a second. Be right back.